Indianapolis is so much more than just corn. There is a lot of money in Indianapolis. Today, we are going to check out the 5 most exclusive areas to live in and around Indianapolis. In this video, we're going to cover a little bit of everything. And yes, I am in the suburbs right now, and the suburbs do get so much hype, but we are not only staying in the suburbs. We're going to hit a city, an area within 465 that is actually one of the most exclusive areas to live in, an area that I only learned about just a couple years ago after I became a realtor myself. Very excited to show you all that area. Stick around towards the end because we're going to go over that area at the very end. First stop on the list is West Clay. And now I chose West Clay because, well, I needed a place to record, right? In essence, all of West Carmel, or the vast majority of West Carmel, and when I say West Carmel, I mean to the left of US 31 and to the right of Michigan. It's kind of the boundary of West Carmel. But West Carmel just has so many different neighborhoods with houses above $1 million. There's just too many neighborhoods to pick from. But West Clay is one neighborhood that everybody knows about and for the most part wants to be in. So West Clay has their own, and I'm not going to call it a downtown because it's not a downtown, but almost like a city center. And so they have a couple businesses downtown, salons, restaurants, things like that. So where it's a nice place to just gather and have a relaxing afternoon. Just walking around the neighborhood right now to give you all a feel, but this is just a random garden in the middle of a neighborhood that probably nobody ever knows about outside of the neighborhood in these few streets. But this is the feel that you get. This is the level of luxury that you get with living in a neighborhood like this. A lot of people, y'all missed it, but there was, oh, you can kind of see it right there. I don't know if it was a turtle or if it was a bass. It's probably a bass, but that was a couple of huge ripples. That was pretty cool. Okay, back to this video. I lost my train of thought, but let's get back to this neighborhood. So there's two main parts to West Clay. You have the villages of West Clay, which we're in right now, and then you have the estates of West Clay, a little bit more north. Estates, villages, I'll let you guess which one is more expensive. But both are really nice. In terms of these ponds, if you're from out of state and you're seeing these ponds, they are all around the suburbs of the city. Neighborhood ponds, there's really 2 main lakes, those being Geist and Morse. But besides Geist and Morse, these neighborhood ponds are all that we really have, and they're beautiful, as you can see. But that's what is behind me, and that's the view. So it is really pretty to have these sprinkled in throughout a lot of the neighborhoods. We are now in one of the more misunderstood cities in the suburbs. Zionsville is where we're at. If you were to look at a chart, Zionsville has a median sales price of about $670,000. It is the highest price point for a suburban city in Indianapolis. Specifically, we are at Holliday Farms. And Holliday Farms is a hanky development just north of downtown Zionsville. And this is the most exclusive gated community, in my opinion, in all of the suburbs of Indianapolis. Carmel and Zionsville are compared against each other so much. It's probably the 2 cities that are compared against each other the most. And for good reason. Zionsville is number 1 in terms of the median sales price point. Carmel's number 2. Carmel has a median sales price, average, I guess median. Well, we'll stick with median. We won't mix an average with saying median. So median sales price of about $570 based off the month that you're looking at. There's some fluctuation month by month, but usually right around $570. So Zionsville is about $100,000 more to live in. But back to the clubhouse, and behind me, you can see this neighborhood is still under construction, which is a little bit unusual for new builds. And this isn't a terribly old neighborhood, as you might think. But something interesting about this community is that they've kept a lot of trees. And so there's a lot of mature trees, even within the homes that are more recently built. And that's a huge plus, especially, I mean, when you're paying $2 million, $3 million for a home. I don't know about you, but I want some trees. Like, I don't want it to be a boring lot. I want some nature. You know what I mean? And this place has it. They've done a wonderful, wonderful job with building new homes and keeping trees. And I wish more new construction communities did this. I understand why they don't, especially at the lower spec levels, but it's gorgeous. All right, so we are in Chatham Hills now in Westfield, and this is a hanky development as well. Zionsville is a hanky development too, Holliday Farms. So Chatham Hills, this is one of, if not the most hyped neighborhood new development in all of Indianapolis. It has gotten so much hype, and for good reason too. It's a really nice development. This is the neighborhood in which Live Golf came to and had an event here. That event just happened about a month ago. It was the first time that all 3 days of the Live Golf event was sold out, which is pretty cool for the city. A lot of people love the clubhouse here, and it's a really nice clubhouse, similar to how Holliday Farms. The clubhouse there is really nice. Just checking to make sure I am recording. But the clubhouse here is really, really nice, as well as all the cars go by me, so sorry if you cannot hear me. But indoor, outdoor, pool. So a couple pools. There's an indoor basketball court, which I love personally as a Hoosier, because growing up here, basketball is a big part of life in Indiana. And now it's football has come into play because of IU and Kurt Signetti and the Colts. Every single sport is just crushing it. It's probably the greatest sports town to be a part of right now. But clubhouse, let's get back to the clubhouse. I'm getting off track again. But besides the clubhouse, they have a full gym too on the second level of the clubhouse over there. If you do buy a home in here, I believe, I have to double check and fact check myself. Maybe I should have looked before this video, but I believe a social membership is included. And so that is a huge plus as well. This is also a very large development, and there's a lot of different price ranges in which you can buy a home here. It's one of the most accessible in terms of being able to get in under $1 million. So we are not in Chatham Hills anymore, hence the lake behind me. We are at Geist Reservoir. And so if I had a $2 million budget for a home, I would most likely be purchasing a home here on the lake. Right now, I am at the Indianapolis Sailing Club filming this portion for you all. And the reason why I'm filming it here and not in a neighborhood is because if I was to film this in a neighborhood, you would not be able to see the lake at all, because most of Geist is not accessible towards, say, a sidewalk and just viewing the lake. Most of Geist is totally blocked off by homes surrounding the lake. There's not a true like downtown area for Geist. So if you truly want to enjoy Geist, there's a couple areas. For example, Wolfie's on the north side of the lake here in Fishers, or you can own a home, or you can join either the yacht club or the sailing club where I'm at right now. But if you are looking to purchase a home on the lake, and historically speaking, they used to be somewhat affordable. Now post-COVID, not anymore, not anymore. To be on the lake, it is minimum $900,000, and for $900,000, you're not getting a yard. There's a very specific neighborhood that if your budget is $800,000 to $1 million, two neighborhoods that is actually, we would be looking in those neighborhoods. But for the vast majority of this lake, the costs are $1.1 million and up. If you are a person that's into hosting, for example, this would be a prime area, because who does not love having a boat, having people over, perhaps you have a pool, and just spending the whole day outside in the summertime, springtime, a little bit of fall time too. You can really enjoy the lake. If you are enjoying this video, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help the videos. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the one that I am most excited about filming, Williams Creek. And it's referred to commonly as the town of Williams Creek, but this is an area in which I had no idea it even existed until about maybe 3-4 years ago. I kept hearing about this area, and you know, I grew up in the Indianapolis area, right? I went to high school, on and off, middle school, elementary in Carmel. I moved around a lot every single year growing up, so we would stay in Carmel for a year and then move to a different state. Never ever made it to this area, I just never happened to drive by. But this, in my opinion, within 465, within the highway, with an Indianapolis address, this is the most exclusive neighborhood to live in. And I think everybody would agree. Homes here priced at the minimum 1 million, and it can get to 4, 5, 6, 7 million very, very easily. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my hair right here, because it is very humid out. I don't like what it's doing. But anyways, back to the neighborhood. Williams Creek, very lush, some sparse, smaller parks sprinkled in throughout the neighborhood, a lot of land. This is very much old money. Very much old money for Indianapolis. Beautiful place to live, very exclusive. Not many people talk about it. Drop in the comment section your thoughts and what area impressed you the most. Every single Thursday, I'm going to be dropping new videos that highlight the Indianapolis area. So if you like this video, stay tuned, subscribe, and we will see you at the next one.